What is going on, guys? Scrappy here, and welcome back to another video. Today we got an exciting video for you guys. First off, I just want to start off by saying sorry there haven't been many league uploads recently. I haven't really made like a full-on video, and the reason for that is kind of going to be explained in this video. I've been playing a lot of ranked recently, trying to get back up to platinum before the end of the season, because you know that's coming up soon, like sometime in November after Worlds. I'm not exactly sure, but it's sometime then. But I thought that this would be the perfect video to make, and I just got inspired. I just got done playing my ranked for the day, and I just got inspired to make this video. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bust this out. So this is it, guys. I'm going to be going over 5 tips you can do to get your final rank for the season, so you can get exactly where you want. Like, my goal this season is to get back up to platinum where I finished last season. Hopefully I can climb a little bit farther during the off season. But last year I finished platinum, so I wanted to get diamond this year, but I did not have as much time to play with college going on, and I didn't play at all during the summer, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so I got like a couple weeks left, and I want to get back up to platinum at least. And then during the off season, I'm going to try to climb up as high as I can to the middle of platinum, the top of platinum, and maybe even diamond if I play enough. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. But yeah, we're going to be going over 5 tips to help you guys climb. And these are going to be some like actual tips that if you, like, this is what I use, and I have been climbing. I've been playing like non-stop the past like 2 or 3 weeks. I've been really getting into it, and I have climbed. Now, the first thing I want to go over is, this is not the first tip, but this is the first thing I just want to go over is, this is going to be a slow process. Like, you're not just going to boost up and climb. It's not going to be the same for everybody. You might climb really hard, like you might be going like, you might boost up a whole bunch a day, you know, it just kind of depends. So far I've climbed like 2 divisions. I have said like so much. I am so fucking sorry. But like, so far I've climbed from gold 3, where I dropped down to gold 3, and I'm back up almost to gold 1. I almost got gold 1 tonight, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. So just remember that if you guys do implement this, you know, it's going to take some time still. It's not going to be the same for everybody. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started, because I'm sure you guys want me to start. So the first one is going to be play your main roles and your main champs. Now, I'm going to get into this a little bit. There's a lot of people when you're in these games, you know, you might feel encouraged to pick, like, oh, if you have all AP, but your main is Diana, you might be like, okay, I'm going to go an AD jungler instead, or an AD mid lane instead, you know, depending on what situation is. Don't worry about that. Like, in this low elo, below diamond, that doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, like, if they can stack MR or armor against you, and just play your main champs, because in the end you're going to be doing your best on your main champs. And you know, the better you're doing and the good you're doing and the results, like, you need to be playing at your peak. If you guys want to do this kind of strategy and use these tips, you need to be playing at your best. You need to be playing your 2 main roles, and you need to be playing your 2 main champions, preferably getting your main champion whenever you can. Like, right now, I've been climbing with Kha'Zix and Diana. They're my 2 main champs right now. Kha'Zix being my main one. I'm still my Diana main, but I've been using Kha'Zix because he's a little bit easier to climb in this elo. But then, if he gets banned or if he gets picked up, I'll go on to the Diana. So that is definitely tip number 1, is just play your main roles. Don't worry about counter picks and stuff like that. Unless it's like a hard counter and you know you'll get shit on, you know, then play your second best champion. That's why you have a second champion. Moving on to tip number 2 is going to be take breaks in between your game and think of what you could have done better during those breaks. So one thing I do literally between every game, I always take at least 5 minutes to just sit there and think about the game. And like, say if it was a bad game and I'm kind of frustrated, you know, I'll take that 5 to go get a drink, go take a step outside, and just cool off. That's very, very important. You don't want to be going back to back to back. That's how you get on those big losing streaks, and we all know you hate those losing streaks. You're just like, oh, one more, I gotta win, and then I'll get off. And then it doesn't happen. So take these breaks. It'll help you cool off. It'll help you regenerize. It's just going to be good. Trust me. Just take a break, 5 minutes. Make sure it's at least 5 minutes, where you sit there, and if it was like a bad game, think about what you could have done better, how you threw, you know, whatever happened during the game. And even if you won the game, still take a break and sit there and be like, all right, I won that game, but let's go look at the match history and see how many wards I placed or how many pink wards I placed. And then make it a note in your head, okay, I need to be placing more pink wards. Maybe I should invade a little more if I'm ahead early, you know, whatever the situation may be. Moving on to tip number 3 is going to be, it's just kind of like, as you're playing, like, if you get into your series, this is the tip. If you get into your series, play your series from start to finish in the same night. If it's running late and it's like, say you go to bed maybe about 12 o'clock midnight, all right, and it's like 11:30 and you just got into your series, do not start your series that night. Start your series the next day when you get a fresh round going in, and make sure you have time that we can play your entire series all the way through. And so basically, just if you get into your series, play it all in the same sitting. When you go down, make sure you can play all of your games. Now, say if you have to play maybe two, get off for an hour to go eat or something, and then you come back and you get on, that's acceptable. There's going to be exclusions from the rule. But I honestly find that I win my series so much more if I play them all the way through. Unlike if I were to say you're in your series to gold 1, for instance. You win one, you lose one, and you lose one, and then you take a break. Or say you win one, you lose one, you win one, and then you come back the next day and you just end up losing the last two. Or, it just doesn't matter what could happen. Just play when you're either freshed up, start it the next day. Or you want to play it when you're warmed up. You don't want to go into your series cold. If you do have to go into your series cold, I would definitely suggest a normal warm-up game, because you want to be playing, if there's any games where you want to be wanting to play 100%, it is definitely going to be your series. So definitely take your series very serious and see what you can do with that. Tip number 4 is always take, if you end the night with more LP than what you had before, it is a win. Say, all right, when I usually play 3 to 5 games. It just kind of depends on how much I'm playing. But let's say I win 2 and I lose 2, like I did tonight. I won my first 2, I lost my second 2. I'm tilted a little bit. I was a little bit frustrated because the last 2 I lost because of 2 AFKs in a row in my series. It was just god awful. That's the worst situation ever. And I was mad. I was super, I wasn't, I'm not going to be I'm super tilted or super angry or anything, but it's going to affect your play. If you try to play one more, be oh, I'll get up there. But I started the night with 40 LP or something, or 50 LP. I won 2, won through 2, got into my series and had one win, whatever the situation was. I already had 1 win in my series because he gave it to me, and then I lost 2, so now I'm down to 60. So I'm only up maybe 10 or 15 LP. But always take it as a win. I could play one more, and if I lost it, then I'd be down 10 or 15 LP. And you don't want to do that. You always want to end the night where you can be heck yeah, in the end, no matter what happened, no matter how bad my last couple games were, at least I'm up on LP. The day was a success. You don't want to be sitting there and be wow, I wasted my time today. I'm down 3 games because I lost 3 in a row somehow. If obviously that's going to happen sometimes, but let's say in the situation, I could have chose to play one more, but I didn't, because I wanted to be up on LP. It was getting late, and it's just very, very, very good to feel at the end of the night, you can be okay, this was a good day of ranked, because you never want to be mad at ranked. You always want to keep your head calm, top notch, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to quit talking about that one, and moving on to number 5 is, basically, don't worry about your team. When your team's doing something bad, or if they're feeding, don't flame them, don't do anything. I know this is kind of the stereotypical one where this isn't every tip video, but honestly, it's true, but I'm kind of saying this as another way. Just remember that there's literally nothing you can do about it. If they're feeding or something, give them nice suggestions in the chat, tell them, hey, try not to get picked off. Don't get picked off. Try to stay with the group, But flaming them is only going to make things worse, and in the end, there's nothing you can do about it. It's you cannot change what they're gonna do. You can try to, maybe it will work, but in the end, if they're gonna feed or if they're gonna mess up or something, there's literally nothing you can do about it. So don't worry about it. Focus on you. Focus on what you can do better in the game. If it's say if top lane's feeding and they're getting really pissed off, think hey, there's nothing I can do about that. I can go up there and maybe waste my time or maybe work. Just do what you want to do. If you want to go up there and try to get him back in the game, go ahead and do it. Or maybe you should spend your time bot and try to get them as fed as the enemy top laner. But just remember, there's nothing you can do, and if you see your teammates flaming somebody else, just tell them yo, listen, there's nothing you can do about what he's going to do. If he's going to get caught, he's going to get caught. Focus on you, and you play that extra 10% better since you're focused on you, and maybe that's what we're going to do to win the game. Maybe that's what we need to win the game, which is what we actually did tonight. What I did tonight, I actually won a game where I guess technically I had 3 AFKs, but one of our guys came back after 20 minutes, and I was kind of fed on Diana on my main, and I was damn, this sucks, you know? Some people wanted to surrender on my team, but we stayed in there. The 20-minute mark came, he came back, and we ended up winning that game. It was absolutely insane, and it was such a good win, and honestly, nothing feels better than that. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to show some support and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you have any suggestions for any other tip videos I should do in the future, be sure to leave them down in the comments. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.